Hey guys, so I had been asked by quite a few people my opinion on the DaddyO5 prank videos, and um, I've been mostly watching people's response videos, because I already knew that watching that kind of abuse is really gonna upset me. I really hate watching violence. Um, and when I see violence against a helpless child, it brings up a lot of my own trauma from when I was abused as a child. And, you know, oh my god, I mean, it's one thing for some people to do this in their own home and be ashamed of it. That they're not gonna hide, that they're gonna hide it from the neighbors, they're gonna hide it from the world, they're gonna hide it. Not that that's right either. Um, but the fact that these people are celebrating it, and they're celebrated for it by YouTube giving them money and views. I mean, why haven't their children been taken away yet? I'm just, oh my god. You know, those parents, I mean, I swear, if I see him on the street, I'm gonna lose it. I mean, it's just, I mean, here's the reality of it. I mean, if it was just something, if it was something where, they did something to the kid, and it was a one-off, right? Like they broke his toy, or they broke his tablet, or they broke something of him, or they shoved him or something. That would still create trauma. That would create a lack of trust in him. It would destroy any sense of safety that he had. Um, he'd always be waiting for like the next thing to happen. Because when you're a little kid, you can't leave. It's not voluntary. You cannot. I mean, you. I mean, as an adult, if I'm in the workplace and somebody treated me like that, I could just get up and walk away. I could leave. I'd never have to see them again. Cody and the other kids are essentially trapped. Um, they're trapped in a dysfunctional household, and uh, YouTube is rewarding them. Um, it's. I watched one response video where a guy said, "I'm not gonna blame society. I am gonna, I am gonna hold society accountable. They are accountable. We allow this kind of abuse. I mean, most people have no fucking understanding of the non-aggression principle. And they want to act like it's childish. It's just, oh my god. The I mean, I'm kind of speechless at this point. Now, as I understand it, the abuse is consistent. The abuse is consistent. And even a little of what I've seen, um, being body slammed by your own father. What the fuck? I mean, how do you expect that little boy to ever fucking trust you? To ever fucking care about you? I mean, to destroy his property? And yes, when you give your child a gift, it becomes their personal property. So that's the destruction of, that's the violation of property rights. He gets a bloody nose, and instead of his mother holding him and taking care of it, she's sitting there with a video camera taunting him. You know, and then I saw one video where these two parents, these redneck inbred pieces of shit, sat there and they're like, "Oh, my kid wants to be an actor. It's all acting." That's not acting. That's not acting. If that little kid was that good of an actor, then, you know, he should be being enrolled into, you know, an acting school. A really good one, right? Because then you're talking about the next, I don't know, you know, De Niro or something. I don't know. It's just to sit there and claim that it's an act. Dudes, come on, be fucking honest with yourselves. You know, and like I said, I mean, watching the videos, watching that stuff really brings up a lot of my own trauma, past childhood trauma. Um, your children, especially Cody, not gonna feel safe. Um, they're not gonna have that confidence that they need in life. You know, when you have the people who are supposed to live and protect you beating the shit out of you, destroying your property, doing all kinds of things, it creates a sense of worthlessness that is unshakable. It's just, it's so fucking pathetic. What's worse, with the consistency of the abuse, at some point they're just gonna give up. I remember when I was little, I was constantly crying because the pain was so intense, and eventually I just ran out of tears. I just gave up. And that giving up has had a real detrimental effect in life. I'm constantly giving up. I'm constantly feeling like I'm helpless. I'm constantly needing other people to rescue me. I'm constantly at the mercy of other people. I don't know how to tell healthy people from unhealthy people. I don't know who to trust. I can't be, I mean, the emotional intimacy that your child needs It's not there. You know, because I mean, little boys, you know, little girls too, but also little boys are very sensitive at that age. Um, you know, you watch any of these videos of like families. Um, there's a really healthy family that I watch occasionally. I think it's called OK Baby or something like that. But the husband and wife have a little 2-year-old boy and like a little girl who's I think like 6 months, 4 or 5 months maybe. But the little boy is so sweet and sensitive and little, and it's just like, I mean, just the thought of somebody hurting that little boy is just like, oh my god. I mean, and to see parents, these fucking, you know, DaddyO5, you call yourself a dad. Your body slamming your child to the fucking ground, you're busting his toys. You're not a fucking father, you're a monster. I mean, this is bringing so much stuff from my own childhood. I mean, I hope to God his kids, I hope to God, you know, DaddyO5, his channel gets shut down and those kids get taken away. Because this abuse, this abuse that they're doing to their children is going to follow them for the rest of their fucking lives. It's not going to matter if they're 20 or if they're 40 or if they're 60. I know fucking 80-year-old people who still sit there and, you know, you ask them about what their parents were like, and what they remember is the abuse. That shit sticks with you. It destroys your fucking life, and you're gonna do this for a fucking little bit of money, for a little bit of fucking views. You stupid fuck. You know, there's so many I mean, people nowadays don't have any right or reason to abuse their children, and you can't use the argument that you didn't know. I mean, yeah, in the 70s and earlier, you could make the argument of, well, you know, I didn't have the literature, I didn't have healthy people around me, I didn't have whatever, right? So that I didn't know how to properly raise my child, right? You can make that argument. Not these days. No. No. When you have fucking Google, when you can wander into a fucking public library and use Google, you can wander into a bookstore and sit there and drink your fucking Starbucks and flip through a parenting book. Go to a used bookstore. You can find so many fucking resources nowadays on how to raise children properly and what not to do. You don't have a fucking excuse. You don't have a fucking excuse. I mean, it's just, it boggles my fucking mind how, you know, and, you know, like, I watch, Live Each Day with his SMP films, and him and his wife have this beautiful little girl, and he is such a great father. You could see it in his eyes. He's gonna raise that kid properly, and she is the most precious thing to him. And it's like, wow. If only everybody's father could be that way. To have that love and that virtue. that character, those ethics. But then you see somebody like, DaddyO5, who's, pranking his fucking children. I mean, it'd be different if it would be different if the kids were, you know, helping to prank the parents or something. That'd be funny. But this shit, oh my god. I mean, how is I don't fucking get it. How is any of that shit on that fucker's channel a prank? It's just fucking straight up abuse. A prank is when the other person, the victim, can sit there and laugh at it. They can laugh, right? Like, oh, my phone is, texts in Spanish now. Oh, it's because my friend changed it. Oh, that's a prank. Oh, ha ha ha, it's funny. And it can be easily, you can change your phone back really easily. You know what I mean? It's like, pranks are supposed to be fun. Pranks are supposed to be, for entertainment. They're not supposed to be occasions to abuse people, which is exactly what DaddyO5 is doing. And I hope his children get taken away from him real fucking quick. I hope his channel gets taken down. I hope that motherfucker and his fat pig troll of a wife get fucking thrown in prison. I really fucking hope they do. Because, I mean, if there's anything that somebody should spend time in fucking a cage for, it's fucking child abuse. Let the motherfucker, here's the thing. He's gonna do that shit to his fucking kids. Go out to a fucking park and do it to some stranger on the fucking street. Watch how fast you get your ass kicked. You're doing it to your children because they can't fight back. So the one or two things is going to happen. Your kids are, because there's 5 of them. God, why do they let stupid people breed? Jesus fucking Christ. If I was a tyrant, I would castrate that motherfucker. And as a woman, I would fucking, well, she's old now, but fuck, I'd tie her tubes anyway, just in case. It's just, I mean, sterilize the fucking both of them. I mean, that's all they're doing with their videos, is they're making an argument as to why low IQ, ugly people should not have children. That's all they're fucking doing. Well, it's not all they're doing. They're destroying 5 young lives. They're creating future, future drug addicts. What? I mean, and that's the thing, drug addiction, people become addicted to drugs because they're trying to deal with the pain that they suffered in childhood. And it's like, I can understand the rage of Cody's rage. In one video, he's like screaming at his dad saying, this was all a prank. You did this for a fucking prank. So you're showing your kid what little it takes for you to be a complete fucking asshole. You're showing what little it takes for you to be a goddamn miserable piece of shit. That you value anonymous views from anonymous nobodies over the health and safety of your own frigging child, your own flesh and blood. You're willing to sacrifice your baby for a couple of fucking images on a screen. You sick fuck. I mean, I may make another video about this later, but honestly, when I first heard about it, I thought it was, oh, people are creating drama for no reason. And then it's like, this morning I go, okay, I'm finally gonna watch some of the footage. Oh my god. I'm still in shock. I'm still kind of in shock that they would fucking videotape the abuse, claim it's a fucking prank, and fucking celebrate it. And yeah, I am gonna blame society. Because it's encouraging them by giving them fucking views. It's encouraging them by giving them money. How long has this shit been going on? How long? I haven't found the fucker's channel yet. How long has this been going on? A month? 6 months? A year? And just now, people are outraged about the abuse. Ugh. Is it really outrage, or are they just trying to get more views on their own fucking channels? Oh, it's trending. Let's make a video on it. Fucking morons. And no, I'm not monetizing this video. I don't fucking give a shit if it gets any money. I don't want money. I want justice. I want these fuckers found. I want them caught. I want them prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And I want their children taken away and put in healthy families. I want these kids to get into therapy. I want these kids to have every opportunity to heal from this miserable experience that they've had to endure called, YouTube. I mean, it's just... Well, you shouldn't blame YouTube. Better yet, here. Well, you shouldn't blame YouTube. YouTube is wonderful. Fuck you. The shit people do on YouTube for views. I mean, it's not just child abuse, it's animal abuse. I mean, we as a society have this obsession with violence. It sickens me. It fucking sickens me. I mean, I don't even know how to end this video. It's just like, oh, you're making a call to action. You want them caught and prosecuted by the law. Yeah, I do. I'm not saying somebody should, find them in a Walmart parking lot and, put a bullet into the back of their head. I'm not saying that, no. That would be far, far too kind for these people. No. No, I want them thrown into some dank, miserable little shithole county jail, and I want them to spend a good, a good six months or more eating bad food and being under the threat of violence from other inmates. I want them to fucking suffer some emotional torment. Fucking see how it feels. And this is fucking pathetic. Fucking pathetic for these people to fucking do this shit. Um, I'm probably gonna do a yeah, you know, this is one of the problems with writing a book on addiction, because you see the way my brain works. I can see how everything connects, you know, on a macrocosmic level. I can see how abuse and, you know, childhood abuse especially leads to addiction, leads to criminality. It's all this big, disgusting, horrible web of shit. And the fact that people can make money, I mean, just our obsession with violence against children really needs to be brought out into the open as a society. We really need to fucking start waking up to what we do to children. Because if we don't, then we really don't deserve to fucking keep continuing to exist as a species. And I'm not just talking about, you know, a couple of inbred Caucasians from the fucking, you know, middle America. No, I'm talking about fucking across the country. Because, yeah, as bad as this abuse is, you go to third world countries, you go to third world shitholes like Saudi Arabia, you know, and even in first world countries like China, um, you know, and Russia, there's still horrible abuse happening to children. You go to these third world countries like like in Africa, there's really violent things happening to children. I mean, you look, you know, where are the feminists when something like female genital mutilation happens to little girls in some Muslim countries? Oh, they're silent. Yeah, it's really fucking easy to be outraged by a couple of rednecks doing this to their children in America. Yeah, it's real fucking easy. Where's all the outrage for the stuff happening to children in places like Africa, or South America, or the Middle East? Where's all the outrage? Or in East Asia, where's all the outrage? Yeah, it just like this motherfucker who body slammed his own child is a fucking cowardly piece of chicken shit. Because he's willing to do that to a child. Walk into a biker bar and do that to some motherfucker. See if they think it's a fucking prank. You piece of shit. You know, it's real fucking easy to be outraged. Where's the outrage for all the other stuff? Where's the courage to be outraged against people who are seriously monstrous? Because these low IQ idiots, I mean, I guarantee these fuckers, their IQ probably isn't above, probably not much beyond 90, maybe. I'd be surprised if their IQ, you know, if the father's IQ is 90 and the mother's as well. I'd be highly surprised if their IQ was above 90. I'd be very surprised if they, you know, graduated high school with any real ability. um, this is a horribly long video. Oh my god. I remember one time when I was still living in Nebraska. It was late at night. I was wearing my motorcycle jacket, and I was walking past this house, and I saw this dad arguing with his little boy. The kid couldn't have been more than 8 years old. He starts yelling at the kid, starts shoving him. I get to, like, the sidewalk. You know how the sidewalk leads up to the steps. I get to that spot, and I just stand there, and I turn around, and I look at him. I just looked at him. Because he's like sitting there, like, literally, he starts, like, punching the kid on the fucking porch. I turn around, and honest to God, I mean, it was dark. I don't really know how big the guy was, but I mean, I just stood there for like maybe about 10 seconds and just stared at the motherfucker. And he stopped. He fucking changed his behavior real fucking quick. And then I just slowly turned and walked away. But I guarantee you, I fucking guarantee, when I see this fucking shit happening on the street, I fucking see something. I do something about it. And the fact that this shit happens on fucking YouTube, and it happens, I mean, I haven't gone to the fucker's channel. I don't know if it's, it hasn't been happening for 6 months, has it been happening for a year. The fact that nobody has said anything about it till now, and everybody's jumping on the fucking views bandwagon, makes me sick. Makes me fucking sick. It's a 30-minute video. I really hate doing long videos like this, but no, I don't. This is such an important subject. This is such an important subject, and I know I've got people who are gonna bitch about the volume. Dudes, I got roommates. It's early in the morning. I'm not gonna fucking sit there and be act like fucking Tobuscus. You want Tobuscus? You want Tobuscus? Here. Tobuscus. Here, go fucking watch Tobuscus then. Because this, oh my god, this shit is just, oh. I'll make a more comprehensive, shorter video another time. This is going to create so many problems for those children, emotionally and psychologically. I mean, it's not even fucking funny. That little girl having her brother slap her like that, being encouraged by her parents to do that. I mean, women who are abused as little girls, most of them end up as either drug addicts or prostitutes or both. Is that what these parents want for that little girl? Do they want drug addiction and, a criminal lifestyle to be the adulthood that these children have? Because they're on their way. They're on their way, I guarantee. And this DaddyO5, all these fuckers who abuse their children and do that shit to their kids, they need to be fucking strung up. Oh, he's calling for violence. No, I'm not calling for violence. I'm calling for justice. I want these motherfuckers, I'll say it again, I want them fucking found, caught, prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Throw their asses in some dank, dingy little county jail and have them sit there for fucking 6 months to a year. Really fucking think about what they've done. And no, don't give their children back to them. Don't. Because this shit needs to stop. And like I said, where's all the moral outrage? All these fuckers who are morally outraged. Where's all your fucking outrage when this shit happens to people in third world countries? Don't tell me, oh, we have to respect their fucking culture. Now, if these two idiots had any kind of intelligence, they could sit there and they could say, well, this is redneck culture. Respect my culture. And all these, SJWs would be like, oh, okay, pardon me, my SJW outfit. The SJWs would be going, We have to respect their culture, even if their culture means murdering children spiritually and psychologically. Fucking SJWs. Fucking morons. I don't give a shit about your fucking culture. I give a shit about ethics. Your culture comes against my fucking ethics, your culture's gonna fall. That's reality. Have a day.